Equinox in the shop again. My sister-in-law was having some battery issues, so I thought I would take a moment to do a little follow-up on the PCV Orifice, the one I did a video on about a year ago when she first got the car. And I did notice a little staining around the oil filler cap, so I want to check it out. My sister-in-law was having trouble with her car starting, so I'm dealing with the battery issue right now. But while it's here, and when I opened the hood actually, I noticed that there's some oil staining around the filler cap. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this all off. All right, first thing, we need to get the intake off. I'll get those off. There's a screw down in here. I'm going to need a light. Undo that clamp. There we go. Hopefully that'll do it. There she comes. So that's off. Let's see if there's any water in this. There's water in it. So that orifice is plugged again. So we'll get this cover off here. I think I gotta take that off. We'll get the cover off the engine. There she comes. Pretty straightforward to get it apart. There's a little bit of moisture showing up in there. I'm gonna put this cap, just set it back in so I don't drop anything down the hole. Roll this insulation back, engine insulation, and there's the screw I put in, right down in there. So I want to get a tool, I'll take that out with. All right, so we'll pull that screw out. That's why I put this in here, so I could do periodic checks on it. And this is the first time I've had this apart since, let's just put something down in there too, since I did this cleaning. So it's been a year, almost exactly a year actually. Set that aside, I'll use that again. All right, let's see if we can get in here with this tip cleaning tool. There it is. So now I get it in the hole. There didn't seem to be much on it, but there was a little bit of crud, a little bit there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the, there. I'm going to put the air hose on, and I'm going to blow the air through it. I don't have any carb cleaner. Actually, I have some sensor cleaner, that might work. Then I'll blow that out. There we go, we got an air hose. I can see air coming up through here. So that tells me I'm getting, I have flow through that PCV valve. Yep, so that's clear. All right, we'll put her back together. I'll put this screw back in. Permatex Moto Seal, just a little bit. And we'll screw that back in. So this is why I put this screw in. This is why I do it, so you can periodically clean this. And in my opinion, if GM had just done this, made a clear out port area, move this tiny bit, put a spot that you clean it out, and put it on their service schedule. So when it went in for service, that would be something you would do like every 6 months. Just clean that out. Anyway, we're gonna put her back together and see if it helped. The insulation's pushed back down again. Now we'll put this plastic cover back on, like so. Lined up that hole and the rest should line up. Put the filler cap back in, like that. Put the intake back on. Get it lined up with these guys. There we go. There we go. Yep, we're on there now. All right, let me get this tightened up and we'll test it out. So let's do the bag test first. So the bag is vacuumed out. Do it again. You have to get a good seal. There she goes. So that's running through there. We'll put this back in. Now, how does the pressure on the engine feel? It's actually pulling the cap down now. There's a little bit of pull up on it. So that's good. Before it was pushing a little bit. Now it's staying down. I had to pull it off. Before it would pop it up. So now we have ventilation in the crank again. I don't know, yeah, I have to pull that quite a bit. I just pull it right back down. You do it with a bag too. You get it sealed. So if that were blowing up, this bag wouldn't stay there. So it's pulling on there. I'll put that back on. That's you can tell right away as soon as it pulls itself down into place. So there we go. Clean that orifice back out. What I like to do in the summertime, I like to pull the valve cover off and show you guys the channels that is part of the PCV system, because where that orifice is, there's these risers that come up into the valve cover, and that's where the vacuum is distributed, so it's up there so it doesn't pull oil into the engine. There's a baffle in there and everything. There is only one PCV orifice in this engine. The PCV orifice is where the problem is. If you have a heavily sludged engine, maybe it's worth pull the valve cover off and take a look. I don't think it's too terribly hard to do that. But anyway, right now we have to get this car going for my sister-in-law. Thanks for watching, everybody, on this quick little update on the Ecotec, 2.4 liter Ecotec.